2165. Bido Mission 2 starts after confirmation of Bido regeneration is received. The story of this mission is sometimes embellished. Welcome to Let's Play Super R-Type! Like regular R-Type, only super. Now, the thing about Super R-Type is it is a port of R-Type 2, which I played just previously. It's ported to the Super Nintendo. However, in porting it over, they changed so much of it that it doesn't really feel like a port anymore. It's hardly the same game anymore. This places it in an odd place in the timeline because it takes up the same space as R-Type 2, but is different. So it's usually thought of as being an elaborate retelling. So, without further ado, Super R-Type, much the same as R-Type 2, only it's got an extra stage. The very first stage is different. Some of the enemies are different. Some of the bosses are different. I'll point them out as we go along. But also, much like R-Type 2 on the arcade, you have to beat the game 2 full loops to get the actual ending. So, since I kind of didn't play the second loop in R-Type 2, let's just go ahead and start Super R-Type on loop 2. Oh man, they even start me with like half my crap. I've got like 4 speed power-ups, and I've still got my missiles. I do not have a force, so that's a thing. I'd rather not get any more speed power-ups. I've already got well more than enough. Oh, this game also introduced, or it gave you an auto-shoot button. So I can hold down a button and just shoot constantly. Now, as I mentioned before, this first level is actually entirely new. This first level did not appear in R-Type 2 at all. As soon as we finish this stage, we'll see the first stage of R-Type 2. Until then, we get to just blow up some mines. Let's not ram into things flying around like a madman. If you get near them, they explode! And then you can charge up. Can I hit you from behind? Yes, I can. I like the music, too. It's actually a very good throwback to the first R-Type. Whoops. Crap, I didn't save state for that long. The music is a nice throwback to the original R-Type, though, and that's something that R-Type 2 as a whole didn't really feel to me. It's like, it didn't feel like that much of an R-Type game. God dang it, I am terrible. There's not enough dudes on the screen. One thing that Super R-Type is kind of known for is its terrible, terrible lag. There we go, finally got a force. It's playing pretty smooth now, but as soon as we get more than about 4 dudes on the screen at once, it'll do a thing. Something else Super R-Type did is it has to do this little warp thing to get you to the boss. It doesn't just drive straight into the boss like before. Oops. Also, since it's on the Super Nintendo, I get to just abuse save states, and that be a thing. Now, this guy isn't really that hard, but I kind of like to be in front of him. There we go. Not that hard. Wait, I'm playing on normal now? Crap. Please don't tell me when I beat normal, they're just gonna start me over on hard and I don't get end credits until I beat pro. That's gonna be a jerk move. Okay, now this is actually the first stage of... This is actually the first stage of proper R-Type 2. And one thing they did, apparently the Super Nintendo couldn't quite emulate the little homing lasers that R-Type 2 had, so your green weapon is this instead, which it's kind of interesting. It's alright. I kind of like the homing lasers, but what are you gonna do? I do like the auto-shoot thing. Now I just know I'm shooting as fast as I can, and I don't have to worry about that. And then I had a DNA beam. I suppose I can show off the green lasery thing. Wow, am I actually, like, not going to die if I just float here right dead center? Yes! What do you give me? Missiles. I don't like those missiles. I like my missiles. My missiles are pink. The game is noticeably easier, in my experience, than the arcade one. So that's a thing, but that's probably also half due to the slowdown. Now these guys, I know they stop coming out eventually because I have to kind of go up there. Now even graphically, granted this isn't an arcade game, so they have to dumb down the graphics somehow. But they changed a lot of what the enemies look like for seemingly little reason. I will destroy them. You too. I'm good with my speed as is, thank you. We should be nearing the first boss. Well, the second boss in this game. Crap, forgot about you. By the way, I learned the hard way that, the rings around his thing... Whoops. The rings that come out around his laser will kill you. So, yeah. Die in the lasers! Oh, yeah. Did I get it? I got it in time! Go me! I think if your force is disconnected, then just by default it comes in on the front of you, I think. And we once again meet our old friend Dob Keratops, and I think this is the game where you can blow his head off here. As opposed to, the actual R-Type 2, I don't think they let you. I should probably also, like, pay attention and realize that when he shoots things at me, I should probably dodge it or something. Once again, intent. There we go. Okay, now I should actually, like... Okay, y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. Now I'm just gonna focus on killing it. It is indeed the Dob Keratops, though. And if you wait long enough... I'm doing a pretty good job of not dying. Is my laser, like, even hitting that thing? If you wait long enough, you see those come in. Yeah. Open up. That'll do her. I like that little tune. Ooh, and the little, like, rockety thingy after it. I like it. Now, you will remember this level just because it has got dudes in it that, like, dive bomb you. And this level is actually really not... It's where all my extra speed comes in. Get a moment of not lag, and I move 5 million miles an hour. Believe it or not, that's the sound the waterfall makes. Doesn't sound like a waterfall to me, but take what you can get, I guess. Do I want that? I don't know if I want that. I'll go ahead and not get it. The yellow laser is actually surprisingly useful in this game. Also, slowdown, really useful. It, like, makes me... It, like, actually lets me fight on par. It lets me fight on par with dudes. I'll just go ahead and do this now. That'll probably make my life a little bit easier. Also, the force isn't, like, stupid in this game. It actually does what it's... It's, like, way, way easier to control than it was in the arcade one. In the arcade one, it just felt like it would get caught on random bits of the scenery and just decide spontaneously, oh, by the way, when you hit the recall button, I'm not gonna, and when you shoot me out, I'm gonna get caught on something and not do what I'm supposed to do. More dudes should be coming from the back, right? Right. I want a bit. I said I need to save state sooner. I want a bit. Bit sounds pretty awesome. Wow, that water is going up. Does water go up? Well, it's like a little water spout, so I'll buy it. Those dudes are back. Oh, probably the chief thing you will recall about this level. Now, the previous level was pretty much spot on. The last level was pretty much spot on with how it was in R-Type 2. This game, on the other hand, or this level, on the other hand, starts to deviate pretty heavily. And that comes in the form of a few things. First of all, this level has no water at all in it. I mean, well, other than the waterfall. Yeah, dang. Other than the waterfalls, this level has no water in it. In the arcade one, half the level was submerged. God dang it, man. Take some missiles. Missiles are pretty great. But then even, like, half the enemies were changed. It's like these things weren't in there, and they shoot out the dudes that are in the final level of... You know, this guy is actually, like, kind of a jerk. Okay, I kind of didn't want the blue laser, but I'll do what I have to hit him! You just don't care about that force at all, do you? You're supposed to, like, hit the force and then die? God dang it, I'm going too fast. I'm going too fast! There we go. Well, that was only kind of distressing. It was kind of a mini-boss, though. That dude was in the R-Type 2 as well. He left the little ice platforms laying around. I had a whole lot of trouble against him. Which again, this version is just way easier than the arcade one. I mean, I know the save stating is easier because it's on the Super Nintendo. Oh, and then there's this boss, which is also this boss is just completely different. God dang it, man. This boss is just completely different from what the boss was in R-Type 2. Also, it'd be really nice if you came out and I could shoot you and not have, like, a missile hit you or something. Oh, you guys come out of the left and right, too? God dang it, missiles? Really? You're gonna make me do this? Ow! God dang it, missiles? You know this boss is, like, infinitely easier if I can actually hit him with my charge beam. Kinda like that. But thus finishes Stage 3. So until next time, everyone.